What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here. You can call me Irish, and today you're going to be watching some Black Ops 1 gameplay on the PC. Yeah, very random, I understand. But basically, I don't know why, but I had a random urge to play some original Black Ops. I bought it, and I played a few rounds, and I had some fun. So you're going to see kind of some highlights from that. Basically, a game here on Firing Range, where I do pretty well, and then a kind of a 14-3 gameplay on Countdown. And that's about it on the gameplay. So basically, yeah, I thought today I would do a video that I've been meaning to do for a while. Things that you learn working in a game store about the gaming kind of industry and like what it's like outside of the bubble of being interested in games and being on the internet and being on Reddit and YouTube and Twitter and that kind of thing, as far as gaming goes. Because I don't know, like maybe most, like the large majority of people watching this might not get it. That like, well, probably do get it, but a lot of people don't seem to get the idea that we're not the large majority. Like the large majority of people that play games aren't on Reddit and subscribe to like our games or our PC gaming or our Xbox or our PlayStation or whatever it may be. The large majority of people that play games aren't on like following all these gaming Twitters or following all these YouTube channels. It's one thing that struck with me is that the large majority of people that play games are kids. And now I want to stress this. Now I understand the possibility that like it's slightly biased in the fact that I work at a Christmas or at a toy shop that sells video games and that kind of thing around Christmas time. So I get that's perhaps skewing it. But I like the thing that's astounded me the most is that it's the large majority of people aren't actually what you would imagine. They're not kind of 16 to 24-year-old males kind of thing coming into the store and buying consoles for themselves. The vast majority of people that come into my store and buy consoles are parents buying them for their kids. Obviously, again, there's the whole kind of potential bias thing when it's close to Christmas, but it's made me think that like when I read all these comments from people on YouTube and again Reddit and Twitter and all the usual kind of sources, and they think that people seem to think that because there is a lot of people, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe possibly even millions of people that are involved in the gaming scene on the internet. Just working there has made me seen that made me appreciate just how many people don't care about the fact that, for example, this week the R8 got like buffed or like introduced into CS:GO and it was OP, or the fact that like maybe there's a glitch in a map, or like there's in Battlefield, or the fact that the new Call of Duty is just kind of a rehash from the last one, or whatever it may be, or like I don't know what's another kind of big thing, that Fallout 4 is essentially just like a better controlling Fallout 3 with the same kind of crappy kind of quest system that Bethesda does, according to some people. The large majority of people don't care. They don't notice. It's a really the group of people that pay this much attention to games and put this much thought and effort into games to the point where they're on internet forums and that kind of thing is so small. And it puts into perspective, like when we talk about some like people like EA or Ubisoft or whoever, like Overkill with the recent Payday 2 kind of drama, like when we talk about, like people often say as a counterpoint, like, oh yeah, well if we just don't buy the game, they will listen to us. That's true. That like if this big chunk of people don't buy the game, it probably will have an impact. But the large majority of sales that they're getting is from these parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters buying them for kids who don't care. Who don't know the difference. Like, and I think we were all that way at some stage, as far as I'm aware, or as far as I'm concerned. Like, I think we were all at the age or at the kind of the point in our gaming life, like at the point of like when we were younger playing games and stuff like that, where we were the same. We didn't know any better. We didn't care. It didn't make a difference. It was just kind of, oh, this is what the game is. This is what it is. Basically, I'm going to play it because it's fun, or I'm not going to play it because it's not fun. So the large majority of people that come into the store are, like the parents buying things for the kids. That was the big thing that stands out. The next thing is, as far as popularity between consoles, this was one of the things. So my store doesn't do a whole lot of PC games. Like we literally have The Sims 4, Black Ops 3 and maybe like one or two other games. Like we don't have that many, like Football Manager 2016. Like we don't have a big PC section at all, like most actual physical stores. So we we deal mostly in consoles, new games, pre-owned games, consoles, that kind of thing. So what I can basically, what my experience is just based strictly on consoles. And what I can say is that where we that are very much into this kind of scene and into kind of, we know all the ins and outs of Xbox and PlayStation and that kind of thing. The big deciding factor for the large majority that I've come across of people buying consoles is simply the price. The price, the deals that are on offer, the kind of value for money that you get, and basically things like the age and what games are on the console. That's what's selling consoles. It's not. It's by and large, from what I see, it's not. Oh well, Xbox is better than PlayStation slightly, or PlayStation slightly better than Xbox, or whatever. It's literally just if Sony has like right now, for example, the offer that we have that's at the minute is like that's going right now for the PS4 is it's €400 right now for a 500 gigabyte PS4, FIFA 16, Minecraft, and Lego Jurassic World. That is essentially the ideal starter pack for the kind of the young kid, just like young boy in particular, obviously with FIFA and kind of like that. It seems like it's aimed towards boys. FIFA, Minecraft, and Jurassic World. That's like the ideal starter pack for €400. Where the game or the console costs $350 by itself. These games are like FIFA €70, Minecraft's only 20 obviously, and then Jurassic World is like 40 or €50. Like that's a really good offer. So parents like buying these consoles for their kids are just going to see that really good price for these 3 games that their kids will probably be interested in, and they're going to go for that. Whereas on the Xbox side, it's €350 for the Xbox 500 gigabyte and either Halo 5, FIFA 16, Star Wars Battlefront, or Forza Motorsport 6. Now that's also a very good offer. It's €50 cheaper than the PlayStation, but it's only one game included in it. So when parents are trying to decide, oh, it's my kid's first console, and as you can see there, by the way, I crashed out of that game. How frustrating is that? I was going on this amazing murderous rampage in the helicopter and stuff like that, and then the game crashed out. But yeah, very frustrating. But yeah. So like the deal is going to have a massive, like the deals that are available, the price for what the parents are paying is having a massive impact on what they're buying. Like, so that's one thing. So like, don't always pay like just incredible attention into what's selling better. What's selling better doesn't mean it's the most popular or it's the best or it's kind of like what's selling the best isn't always actually the best. So it's something that I've learned and kind of taken on board. And it's just an interesting thing to learn from the inside, from an insider's kind of perspective. The final thing that I'll mention is the Wii U. The Wii U surprises me in that it's very popular. It's one of the things where it's like it doesn't really get talked about. It doesn't get mentioned, and I see a lot of people talking about the fact that the Wii U is dying or the Wii U is dead. In my store, at least, the Wii U sells very, very well. And again, it's down to the bundle. It's what? It's like €340, sorry, for Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon and the 32 gigabyte Wii U. That's a pretty good offer. Like, that's a pretty good deal for those 2 good games and like the top of the range kind of Wii U with like the premium pack with all the accessories and stuff like that. Like, that's a good offer. The Wii U sells very, very well still to this day. Like, the Wii U sells very, very well. And like the fact that you can play all the old Wii games on it, the fact that it uses all the old Wii accessories, yeah, it's surprising to me how kind of still popular and relevant the Wii is, or the Wii U is. But yeah, like the video is just about over there. But like there's probably some more that I'm missing. Like, I pick up on little things. I try to remember things that I wanted to talk about in a video like this. But it's mainly just the idea that to stress the point that basically we're not as big as we think we are as far as like a presence and kind of like it just. I see it all the time that it seems like, oh yeah, well the Wii U selling terribly, Nintendo are in so much trouble. Like I see the things between the consoles, like, oh, the Xbox is doing terribly, the PS4 is doing amazingly, or vice versa. And these are just the things that I've observed. It's that the Wii U actually does sell very, very well. And the Xbox and PS4, it literally just oftentimes comes down to the price and the deals that might be on offer at the minute. But that's about it. That's a 14-3 gameplay on Countdown, and like a really good kind of KD gunner helicopter gameplay with the on Black Ops 1. Something different. So that's it. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.